Some years ago, I was working on a massive job, a new truck parts facility in the south. It felt like we were finally nearing the finish line. It was late Friday afternoon when the irrigation/sprinkler crew showed up on site. They looked like they'd driven straight from a different state. Of course, we had already stubbed out pipe for their timer and controls, a necessary evil of the job. While pointing out where their low-voltage lines were located, I had to ask if they had secured their electrical permit yet. He didn't even hesitate. He just shrugged and said, "We don't get permits. That's your job." I assured him that he absolutely would need one, because this particular city was a real stickler when it came to compliance. He didn't listen. His crew worked through the entire weekend without missing a beat. They planted small trees, shrubs, and laid down sod. A complete, massive irrigation system installation. By Monday morning, everything looked beautiful and finished, too beautiful, perhaps. I had an inspection scheduled for some underground conduit that ran out by the street curb. My electrical inspector showed up, clipboard in hand, looking professional and highly skeptical of everything around him. He asked me directly, "Who installed all of this landscaping and the entire irrigation system?" My mind raced through my interactions with the crew over the weekend. I had a perfect opportunity. Without missing a beat, I pointed directly at the sprinkler contractor and told the inspector what he had said about permits. I detailed his exact words about not getting permits, the blatant disregard for city law. He went nuclear. The air changed instantly. The mood shifted from professional inspection to outright confrontation. He didn't just argue. He started demanding double fees for the business licenses and permits. Worse than the money was the immediate stop work order on the entire project site. It stipulated that we couldn't proceed until all licenses, permits, and fines were paid in full. The entire project ground to an immediate, costly halt because of his initial cavalier attitude. It was bittersweet to watch the fallout unfold the following day. He had to dig up the entire system, the beautiful sod, the pipes, everything. It required proper inspections, not just from electrical, but also plumbing and city code inspectors. He was forced to confront the reality that every system needed proper, documented oversight. He should have listened the first time, when I simply asked about the permit status. I watched the whole ordeal unfold, realizing how quickly professional integrity can crumble under pressure. I learned that sometimes, simply knowing the rules gives you immense leverage over others' poor judgment. It wasn't just a delay, it was an expensive, mandatory pause button on his entire operation. Watching him dig up the entire system, the sod, the pipes, the beautiful work, was truly satisfying. Every dollar spent on fines and double permits was money he didn't want to spend. I realized that shortcuts always come with a massive, unforeseen cost down the line. For a contractor, that public display of failure is arguably worse than the money itself. My initial warning, delivered casually on a Friday afternoon, proved to be the most critical piece of advice. It reinforced a core principle for me about construction work and professional ethics. And always remember that in construction, process is protection against disaster. It was a perfect, if expensive, lesson in accountability for that arrogant crew member.